Good afternoon to all my fellow Americans. Here once again, my name is Eduardo Rodriguez here from the island of Puerto Rico to inform on what's happening on the neighboring island of our brothers in Cuba who are struggling against this hellish system called socialism. And the same with Venezuela. I'm going to start mentioning Venezuela because a lot is happening in Venezuela also. But the problem with Cuba has been over, if I'm not mistaken, 64 years. 64 years under this hellish precept called socialism. So let me go on to what's happening. This is from Miami. Cubans from exile protest against the caravan of bridges of love. In Spanish, is Puente de Amor. Why? Because Puente de Amor, bridges of love, is not bridges of love anyway, they put it. These are socialists who are saying they're going to open up bridges of love. They support the communist system of socialism, equal saying socialism of Cuba, where they torture political prisoners like Jose Daniel Ferrer Garcia and many others who are being tortured mercilessly by beatings, brutal beatings, just because they want freedom. Just they want a free Cuba. A Cuba for every Cuban, not for just the socialists, but for all Cubans. But not even socialists are benefiting. Pretty soon in another video, I'm going to go on that one. Because even those bootlickers of the regime, supported the regime, are suffering also. There's a case that I just saved because I got to do this little by little. Just the time is not enough. But at least in YouTube, I got more time to easily explain things, not like in Rumble, where I had to go rapidly. And sometimes I got nervous. I couldn't, nervous that I wouldn't have the time. And then to load up, if I didn't have the time, it wouldn't load. So let me go to this next one here. Okay, let me show you first these people, Lazos de Amor. These people are just plain hypocrites of the communist regime. The Cubans who want a free Cuba are protesting against these hypocrites from Puentes de Amor, or bridges of love, who pretend to be loving people of the Cuban people. But they're embracing and supporting, like this old man right here talking, supporting the beatings and the brutal torture of people who request freedom, request food for the people, request electricity, water, health, a good health system, and food for the people. That's all they're requesting. And then these people are supporting that. These people are pure hypocrites, like this old man right there, a hypocrite, saying that the United States ought to stay out of what's happening in Cuba. Why? Because he supports the communists in Cuba, or equal socialism. Let me go to the next one. People are hypocrites, murderous hypocrites. They should be deported back to Cuba. They shouldn't be in the United States, in a free country. So let me go to the next one here. This is from Venezuela. I have to mention Venezuela because there's a lot going on in Venezuela, which is just as bad. Families in Venezuela requesting the release of 300 political prisoners. These are relatives of 300 political prisoners. Let me show the video here. Okay, let's see if they show the protest pretty quick. Let me move it forward because I don't want to be.
También de familiares de víctimas de ejecuciones extrajudiciales que han
presos
Okay,
a los
these
que
are the
Irán
family
ha
members
recomendado
speaking
la
right there.
liberación y el gobierno venezolano se niega a hacerlo. Pedimos
Okay, I'm
justicia
gonna
por
stop it
todo
right here because
venezolano. Nos parece una persona
I don't
seria.
want to be accused of stealing the rights of others. But this is what's happening in Venezuela also. The United States is doing the same thing. Look what happened to Michael Flynn, and then they set up charges, false charges against these people, just like they're doing in Cuba and Venezuela. General Michael Flynn, Roger Stones, Dinesh D'Souza, and who knows how many others. I just can't remember, but I know there might be others. They're trying to do the same thing and they impose it. You got Maxine Waters, this evil entity from hell, saying that we the conservatives should be accused of terrorism. Maxine Waters, yeah, and she says it with a straight face, even though the ones that are burning down cities are Antifa and Black Lives Matter members. They're not conservative. You haven't seen one conservative burning down anything. As a matter of fact, what happened in the 6th of I think it was last year. No, yeah, it was last year. On the 6th. It wasn't because of conservative. These were trumped up charges just to accuse Trump of inciting riots. But these people are so evil. They can see, look, they're so evil. There's police cars and buildings being burned, and you say, oh, these are peaceful protesters. You know, it's kind of funny. It's like Baghdad Bob, who said, look, we're okay. And there was I remember one of the reporters said, a Sherman tank in back of him. You know, there wasn't a Sherman tank, but they were close. And he was saying, no, we're fighting against the Yankees and this and that, and we'll, go home, Yankee, go, you know. The Democrats is no longer Democrat Party. It's now an Islamic communist supporting terrorism party, accusing us conservatives when they have people in key positions that are Muslims and communists wanting the total annihilation of Israel, the true people of God. These are Muslims whose religion was created based on the Torah of the Bible 600 years later, setting up and inventing up their Quran and false prophet. These are the people who want us to banish and block and dissolve and annihilate and ban our Constitution. These are the same people, including the communists. The communists, together with the Muslims, requesting that Israel receive no funds from the United States. These people are evil. They're just evil people who are communists and Muslims supporting terrorists. So let me go to the next one here. To the next one. This is also from Venezuela. Political prisoners in Venezuela, listen to this, being tortured just like in Cuba. But listen to this one here. They hammered the feet of the political prisoners, hammering it with a hammer. So you can figure out what kind of torture is this, in what situation they leave these political prisoners once they finish the torture. Disabled for life. Can't probably walk and have to walk with a cane. or with Canadian crutches or in a wheelchair. Beating them also with baseball bats in the back or in the knee or in the buttock. That's how criminal these people are. And Maxine Waters has the nerve with a straight face to say that we are the terrorists. Conservatives are the terrorist one. That's how evil this lady from hell is from the pits of hell. She's from the pits of hell. Those that should be accused of terrorism, pointed out as a terrorist organization, is Antifa, Black Lives Matter, and the whole Democrat Party, not the conservatives. Okay, this is also from Venezuela. This is incredible. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go to this one first. This is from Cuba, from Cubanet. The other ones. Let me say this because I didn't mention this. The other one that I just mentioned was from Vive, Venezuela. There's a news organization, Vive, or program. I mean, Vive is a news program. And the other one that was requesting the release of the 300 political prisoners is also from Vive. And the first one that mentioned was from Cubanet. I got to mention this. I forget. I hope I don't forget because I'm supposed to mention them. Okay, this one is from Cubanet. This is the title. Among so much misery, who has not been embarrassed in this country. What they mean by this is this guy, he had a whole box, and I imagine it was for sale because there they don't give you a whole box full of chicken. But what happened? They gave him the box full of chicken, which was frozen. And I figure it was for sales because he was smashing it in order to put it in small pieces and sell it at humongous prices, out of the prices of the regular Cubans. And the Cubans were there, many of them were standing to say, hey, I want to buy, but he was trying desperately to smash the chickens in small pieces. So I guess this guy was going to sell the chicken, which was, I guess, approved by the state, because no, he wouldn't be able to do that. Over there in Cuba, they won't give you a whole box, no matter how frozen it is, or if it's ready for sale, even not frozen, they still won't give you a whole box. So it's got to have been for sale. So the guy was smashing it, I guess, for that, just to prepare it in order to sell it to the public. Let me show you the video. Let me show you the video. It's kind of comical, but it's sad. It's the way things. And then he's smashing it on the ground. Like very, very sanitary. Look, there you go. He's got a whole box. That's a whole box full of chicken. And then it starts falling everywhere. And there's the dog's ready to bounce on the chicken. And there you go, smashing as fast as he can the box of frozen chicken. Okay, they show more. They show when the chicken starts spreading on the sidewalk, and he was lucky that a dog didn't come over and catch one of the pieces of chicken and ran with it. So he was lucky on that part. And then this is another one. This is from the last one I got here. It's from Venezuela also. This is from EVTV Miami, from Venezuela. I'm not from Venezuela. I mean, EVTV in Miami, not Venezuela, but it's a news station in Miami, reporting on what's happening in Venezuela from patriots of Venezuela or compatriots of Venezuela. Listen to this. Nurses receiving a salary of $7 a month. A month. We're not talking about a day or a week. $7 a month for a nurse. Worse than Cuba. In Cuba, I think it's $10. It's not as if it wasn't bad enough, but Venezuela's worse. It's gotten worse. While Nicolas Maduro and his son are living the high life, stealing the gold from the treasury of Venezuela, and going on luxury trips in 5-star hotels at I think it was $10,000 a night. $10,000 a night in the best hotels they can get into, and spending over 400.5 million in 4 weeks. And there's no water, there's no medicine. People are dying because they can't pay for I think it's $700 for patients with cancer. And these two thieves, Nicolas Maduro and his son, both fiends and thieves and criminals, shouldn't be in office. They should be kicked out and dealt with to the maximum law, maximum penalty of the law, maximum, not just in prison, but because of their crimes causing the death of many Venezuelans who can't afford medical attention for their conditions, dying. They should be accused of crimes and pay the penalty, the highest penalty. The highest penalty. I don't think I'm allowed to say it here, so I'm not going to say it, but you can imagine which one I'm talking about and the one I'm wishing for them. So I'm going to finish right here for this day. Like I always say, God bless my country eternally. I stand with God and Israel eternally. And I pray every day that Cuba, Venezuela, Nicaragua, North Korea, and China be free from this nightmare called socialism. So I'll see you all tomorrow. God bless you. Bye-bye. Freedom, freedom, freedom for Cuba, Venezuela, and the rest of the ones I just mentioned now. God bless you all. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.